Alright guys, here is what is expected of you for our project advertising your favorite thing. So what is the point of this project? What's our big picture? Big picture is you are creating an advertisement for your favorite thing that uses visual hierarchy, which we had just learned about, and you're intentional with your design and your planning. It's going to allow you to be expressive and creative in how you create an advertisement. Our biggest focus is creating a visual hierarchy by arranging the elements successfully. So you want to have a strong focal point, you want to use eye movement, and you want to have a successful composition. And we talked about how each one of those is important and how we can achieve those in our design. So why are ads important to you? Well, ads get you excited to buy something. They're intriguing, they're convincing, they're informative, and they make you want whatever they have. They also allow artists to take on the design and composition and express themselves through selling something. So you're allowed to put that emotion into it. You're allowed to show that excitement that you have with it. And I think that's really cool and important for you as an artist to understand why ads are so important. And lastly, we see them everywhere. They're on billboards, they're on TV, they're in magazines, they're on social media. Even if you don't want to see them, they're there. And yet every time we're captivated by it, and they're interesting enough that we want what they have. And sometimes even, right, I'm sure those of you guys that are on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, you like search something on Google maybe, and then you get ads for it. Like if you were going to go on a trip or something like that, or you were looking at cars, and then all of a sudden you get ads popping up for, oh, go to Hawaii, or oh, come buy this car at this dealership, okay? So ads pop up no matter where we are, and they're everywhere, and that's why they're important to understand how you can create one and kind of make creating art into a business. So what makes an ad? There's a different processes and there's different things that a lot of different companies use, but these are the 5 basics that we would use to create an ad. 1 is a title or a headline. 2 is then a subline or a description. 3 is the body, so a sentence is actually about it. Maybe it's the history about it or something like that. 4 is a call to action or a CTA with supporting contact information. So saying buy it now and you'll get 50% off is a call to action. And lastly, we want to see your actual image of the product, so make sure you have that as well. And those are going to be your requirements. So make sure that you choose your absolute favorite thing in the whole entire world. This cannot be a person or like an inanimate, what am I trying to say? It can't really necessarily be like a color. Like you can't advertise the color yellow. That's really hard. It should be something physical that you can hold. Like I can't hold the color blue. I can't hold the sky. Okay? Choosing your absolute favorite thing. So if mac and cheese is your favorite thing, oh, I should have done that. Advertise that, okay? If video games, pick your favorite video game and advertise that, okay? And then you're going to create that advertisement that includes all 5 of those things we just talked about: a title or a headline, the description, the body and why you need it, your CTA, your call to action, and an image of the object or the physical object itself. You will get extra credit if your ad includes a logo or a slogan, but those are not required of you. So, how should you set it up? I meant to throw a sketch on here, but I didn't, and that's okay. But here is my ad that I created, and I started with a sketch. I did not post a picture, totally forgot to do that. But I started with what I'm going to advertise, and I'm advertising Crayola markers because those are my absolute favorite things because I love colors and I love to draw with them and color with them. So, picked my clear title, and I also have a headline too. Sometimes you can find those headlines on their boxes or on whatever the packaging it came with, or you can even Google it as well. But the headline for Crayola markers was the Ultra Clean, Washable, Bright, Versatile, and that's what they were, Crayola markers. I also have repeating elements. So as you can see, I've got these repeating circle elements. I've got a little squishes here. I also have the same kind of fonts and the same kind of colors repeating throughout. I have this mint color and this kind of coral color, pink color. Okay. I also have used lines and arrows. All right, to point to my call to action to get your pack of 10 basic colors to start transforming and brightening your artwork today. I have arrows pointing to it. Okay. I also have larger font. So the first thing that you should see, this was my focal point, was the Crayola markers. And then you can see all a ton of different colors that they come in as well. So I made sure my Crayola markers stood out by making them into a larger font. And then choosing only 2 to 3 colors. So as you see, I've got these two font colors, and then I just have a little mixture of colors on the side here. And then my description and my why is also there. I talk about the history of Crayola markers and that they come in over 100 different colors from bright to pastel and even nude. And then last but not least, my call to action is at the bottom. And you can make up your contact information if you would like. Maybe there's something on the box like I said, but this is how it should roughly look. I'm not saying you should copy my design, but I have a picture of my item that I am advertising. I have it, the title clear in bold, and it's the first thing that should stand out to you. I've got these swatches of color to point to the picture. I've got my arrows. Your eyes are moving throughout my whole entire ad. I would strongly encourage you to sketch it out first and even upload your sketch on Friday when our outline is due, when your idea is due. It's a great idea to always sketch. I mean, even looking up different ads or using an app. I use the Canva app that I've been shouting out for a while now. And I just looked up item ads and a bunch of different templates came up. And so that's how I could create it, right? So I have it again. My headline is here, my title is here, my image of the product. I have my description of what it is. So they are markers that have been changing the color game since 1885. So putting a little bit of history. More recently, artists have been using them for calligraphy and fancy writing. And why you need it? Well, in fact, that they come in over 100 colors from bright to pastel to nude. And then my call to action is at the bottom there. What are your options to create? Well, you have several different options. Again, this time you can go with the two-dimensional, so you can paint it, you can draw it, color it in using Crayola markers if you would like. And a different one that I'm suggesting this time is to create a collage with magazines. So maybe you find your product in a magazine. So maybe your favorite thing is a lotion and you find that product in a magazine and you kind of want to do a collage with it. I think that would be super cool. Three-dimensional options, you can make a video ad saying all the ad requirements, and I actually have a separate slide talking about if you are going to make a video, what that should look like. Or you can make a trifold or a diorama of your product and your item, kind of discussing each one. Digital options, you can create a PowerPoint slideshow of all the information, so I can see that you have it clearly stated. You could make a TikTok video with words or music, but it should be edited well. I am not expecting some crummy looking video. This should be top notch if that's your option. Or use an app to create an ad design. Like I said, I've been using the app Canva. And then just thinking about using a pre-made template and inserting your information can also help. So how to create an ad video. So if you're going to choose the video route, please make sure that your video includes the following: a clear, clean background with no distractions, and thinking about maybe hanging a sheet over a door so that I don't see anything in the background. Very good lighting because I want to be able to see your beautiful face as well as the product. A clear voice demonstrating and discussing all the required pieces for the ad. edited with no distractions or mess ups, so I don't want to hear a large pause in between things. You should have it nicely edited. And then as well as all the requirements that are stated for the project. So the title, the headline, the description, the call to action, and then obviously the product should be in your hand. And then you can either write those like a TikTok video on the side, or you should say it clearly. And it should be at least a minute long. I know if you're choosing the TikTok video route, they're only 30 seconds, but please, please, please try to get it to be a minute long. And then just show me your TikTok video or send me the link so I can check it if it is less than a minute. All right. Here's some quick examples to help inspire you, because we did go over so much right now. These are all digital creations, but just going back on our composition and what you should do right. Composition, thinking small. If we're looking at this Volkswagen ad, it did not fill the whole entire space. It still has the call to action, the description. Unfortunately, you can't see Volkswagen. I wish they would have said Volkswagen on it, but you have an image of it. Same with the Chobani oat milk, right? They have their title, their headline, and then they even have the description there. They don't really have a call to action, but still, even McDonald's, right? They have their image of it. You so want one as their headline. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Big Mac extra value meal, why you should want it. All right, these are all great examples. Here's some drawn ones or painted ones, some older ones as well. You can go a little crazy if you would like to show your information, but make sure that you have all 5 of those things on your ad. As always, if you have any questions, please reach out. I'm looking forward to see all your beautiful creations.